mean, I don't really know how to describe it, you know? Like, how could I? 1 second, my eyes are closed, and everything just felt so calm, like I was in the bathtub or something. And in this weird, blurry little instant, everything starts to transform. I look down at myself, and I'm wearing these long, draping robes, and my hands, I'll never forget it. It's like I looked down, and I saw them attached to me, and they felt like mine, but something in my head just kind of kept telling me that they weren't. I was myself, but somehow also outside of myself. So I lift up my head, and I see like a bunch of people all wearing the same getup as me, and there were 20 of them. Maybe it was 30, I don't know. I mean, it's all kind of fuzzy to me now. They all sat side by side around this long medieval table like they were getting ready to eat. And all of a sudden, my feet started moving towards them, really slowly. But I wasn't the one moving them. And every one of the people at the table just stared ahead with these blank, almost like emotionless looks on their face or something. But it was as if I could feel their eyes on me. Like they were all breathing down my neck, and I actually did see a few of them glaring at me out of my peripherals, but every goddamn time I tried to look at one of them, they would turn their face away. It felt like they were, I don't know, maybe ashamed of something. Oh, and the way they moved was so mechanical, like they were all half robot. Anyways, for some reason, I'm starting to lift all the giant silver plate covers up, and this is where it gets really weird. I expect to see some lavish food all laid out for them. I mean, they seemed pretty royal people, at least I thought, but under each plate cover, I saw inanimate objects. Like, it was the strangest thing. I would lift one up and just see some light bulbs and paper clips all glued together, and another just had tennis balls that reeked of nail polish remover or paint thinner or something like that, and one even had what looked like a human ear floating in this vase full of green paint, which, you know, was obviously pretty unsettling. As I was lifting up the last one, which looked like it had a bunch of chewed up pencils under it, the woman at the head of the table stood up really tall, and when I say tall, I mean it, like 8 feet high or something, and she pointed directly at me. I didn't even see her lips move, but right in my ear, I heard a voice that kind of sounded like my grandfather's, telling me really clearly, "It's time for you to go. You would never understand." And so my feet start to move again, and I turn around back towards the door I must have come in from, but it didn't seem to have any handles on it. And just as I felt myself sort of starting to vanish, or I guess wake up, I should say, I heard a huge crash behind me. Like all the metal plates and silverware were being flung across the room, and I tried to turn around, but my body wouldn't let me, and I started hearing them making all these disgusting, ravenous eating sounds, like they were a group of hyenas all feasting on some hippo or something. It was disgusting. I mean, really, really foul. And I'm standing there a little longer, basically paralyzed, and the noises start getting a hell of a lot louder and way more primal, like they're all fucking each other or something. All I could hear was screaming and clanging and moaning and crunching, and right at that instant, right before I could bear to listen any longer, my alarm goes off. And obviously, I felt kind of weird waking up, but above all, I felt sort of angry. It was almost like they lived in their own little world that just took place in that room, and sure, I mean, it was uncomfortable, and they were right, you know, I didn't understand it one bit, but I was mad at myself, almost, for not understanding, and that's when it all kind of hit me. I know you talk a lot about the importance of finding the right way to do things, or the right path in life, and to any reasonable civilized person, that all seems pretty digestible, you know, like, do good and the rest will follow, but I've realized that I think the true cancerous condition of modern humanity is a sort of collective misunderstanding of all things existing. Like, in that dream, I was more confused than I'd ever felt before in my life while awake, but I still felt so at ease, even right up until the end. And this notion of understanding, it's not about making someone else's actions fit into your own perspective. No, not at all, but rather true understanding is seeing something, taking note of what it is or may be. I mean, we can never trust our senses, but still, locking that perception away deep into the vault of our memories. We can't be too quick to apply our knowledge these days. Nothing is as it seems anymore, and we're bridging into a realm where our justification for things like genocide and destruction lies in our ability to just keep our cool. If only everybody could just take one step back from their job or their friend circle or even the food they eat, maybe they could tune into the silent frequency of the subjective. But even after this whole revelation, I still got up. I made my morning coffee, drove to work. I'm almost embarrassed by that now, but reason takes a lot to kill. So, anyways, let me know if you get this. Actually, you know what? Maybe it'd be better if you just didn't let me know. In fact, next time I see you, let's just not talk about work, or the laundry, or even the goddamn weather, okay? Let's be kids again. We'll put our clothes on backwards and go dig up worms from the yard. I'll see you when I see you.